Well, hello again. Today is the day I got my spinal cord stimulator leads pulled out of my back. And first things first, yesterday they told me it wasn't gonna hurt, and I thought they were lying, and I was right. The first one that he pulled out, he had to snip the little stitches that were holding them in place, and that was uncomfortable, but not a big deal at all. And he pulled that one out, and I could definitely feel it, like, okay, but no big deal. And then the other one, he had a really difficult time getting the stitches snipped and pulled, and I don't know why. For some reason, when he pulled that one out, it felt like he was ripping my soul out through my spine. It was not pleasant at all. I didn't scream, but definitely let out a pretty good moan, and then felt weird about the fact that I had just made a loud noise in his office. But they're out, and I am super relieved. So they're out now, and I'm really happy to have them out. Not because they weren't helping, but because I was so uncomfortable having them in. Having those wires poking out of my back and all of that tape. That's a lot of tape. And I now recognize that my underwear are on inside out. Awesome. It was just really uncomfortable. My doctor said that when we did this, when we removed everything, that the worst part was going to be taking off the tape. And I couldn't disagree with that more. Taking off the tape felt awesome. Yeah, it ripped, like ripping off a Band-Aid, but there's very little hair on my back. So that wasn't a big deal. In fact, it felt like finally it was being an itch that was finally being scratched. So I thoroughly enjoyed taking that tape off. We had a good conversation today about my thoughts and feelings about the trial overall. I think I ended on a positive note, and I let the doctor know that if he and the people from Boston Scientific believed that they could have the sensation, the coverage in my back, that I would be willing to do it, because I can definitely see how that buzzing sensation really helps mask pain signals. The theory is that your nerves can only really send one good signal to your brain at a time. So instead of sending pain signals, if you're giving them a little good buzz, that buzz is what is felt and sent up to your brain, and not the pain sensors or the pain signals. And I know from experience, I've been using my TENS unit for 3 years, and some days it's the only thing that gives me relief. And it's really the best thing I can do if I'm hurting and I need to leave the house, is have my TENS unit on. So if I can get the same type of coverage as I get with my TENS unit with this permanent stimulator, I'll be a very happy camper. If they feel like we're still going to mainly be covering from my buns down to my toes, then no, I don't want to do it. So he's going to continue on with his week, talk to the guys from Boston Scientific, and get back to me next week. And we'll go from there. So the good news, it's out, and I'm so much more comfortable, and I've showered, and I don't stink, and my hair is freshly washed, and it feels so nice. And I'm still wearing my fake bangs because my roots are insane, and I meant to dye my hair before the trial and I couldn't. So another reason why these are awesome. The good and bad, I don't have the coverage from the stimulator, so my pain is back. However, as sad as it is, I've become accustomed to it. I'm used to it, and I know ways to lessen it. I know ways to deal with it. It almost feels familiar, which is weird to say, but it's the enemy that I know. And so I can deal with that. For now, please believe me, I want it gone. Last night, the night before the end of the trial, was pretty rough. Not because I was in pain, but because I felt like I had this huge decision to make and still felt like I wasn't sure what the right decision is. I'm still not 100% sure because there's so much kind of unknown, and I'm so terrified of making the wrong decision. You know, I get it, and then it doesn't relieve my pain, and we've done it for nothing. And that's terrifying. It's terrifying if I don't get it. What does that mean? Did I pass up on the opportunity of actually having pain relief? Does that mean other medical professionals are going to think that, oh, well, if I didn't need this, then I must not be in that much pain? The anxiety was insane last night, and it kept me up. I was up till about 5:30 this morning, and I had to get up at 8:30. So I'm exhausted today. I would love to be really energetic and enjoying my first day without all that crap attached to my back. But every time I would, shut off my phone and go to sleep, all the thoughts would be whirling and just bombarding me, and the tightness in my chest, and I would feel like I couldn't breathe. That's the added bonus of having anxiety issues on top of everything else. So that really stunk. How I coped with that was by continuing to watch tons of YouTube videos on my phone till 5:30 this morning when I finally fell asleep. So it's all done and over, and now I'm just waiting on a call from my doctor next week and see what our collective opinion is. So I'm probably not going to make any more videos for a little while. I do have some ideas about other types of videos to do, and I think that I will explore those ideas because this has been kind of fun. I talk to myself all the time throughout the day because I spend most of my time alone, of course, with Cupcake. I talk to her like she's human, mainly because I'm home alone all day. And so why not turn on the camera and talk to the camera? So for now, we're done, and I will see you maybe in a week. Thank you so much for watching. Also, if you have any questions or comments, do feel free to leave them below. I haven't had a comment yet. I suppose, it'll take a while. It's not like this is something that everybody goes through and it happens all the time. I'd be happy to give any answers that I know, or at least my opinion. So, again, talk to you later. Bye-bye. I'm gonna edit the shit out of this.